So let me just read a little bit about the Chamberlain Award. So the Chamberlain Award, this award is named after William Chamberlain, Pratt & Whitney field representative who was a true pioneer and customer advocate during the early days of aviation. This award is presented annually to the commercial engine employee who is nominated based on 4 categories. First category is proactive customer responsiveness. Second, the ability to resolve a difficult customer issue beyond their expectations. Third, improving a customer's perception of the company, Pratt & Whitney IE. And fourth, responsible for improving customer scorecard results. So those are the criteria that we use to evaluate who fits that criteria. So a little bit about William Chamberlain. So William Chamberlain was a Pratt & Whitney field representative. Again, was a true pioneer and customer advocate during his early days of aviation. His career of dedicated customer service started on June 1st, 1926, when he joined Pratt & Whitney's Assembly and Test Department. On that day, Factory Superintendent Jack Burrup told the young engineer, "If the Navy likes the Wasp, which we saw last night, we're in business. If not, we'll be looking for another job." Chamberlain never looked for another job again. He spent the majority of his next 35 years as a Pratt & Whitney field representative to the U.S. Navy. He traveled the world with the Navy fleet from Cuba to Haiti to Honduras to Panama. For 9 years, he worked aboard seaplane tenders and aircraft carriers. Later in 1937, he worked on the development of the B-24 Liberator bomber and the Navy PBY Catalina patrol bomber. Although most of Chamberlain's career was spent in the service to Pratt & Whitney's military customers, he did have considerable commercial aircraft experience with such airlines as Northwest Airways, American Airways, and Pan Am. Chamberlain retired from Pratt & Whitney in 1961. He was the very model of a field service representative, total dedication to customer satisfaction, extensive knowledge, and a lifelong passion for aircraft engines. So these 3 finalists this year are a great example of the dedication and passion our employees have to serve our customers. So what I want to do is ask Sutong Cho. So Sutong, if you would come up here in the front. Sutong's a senior field representative in Frankfurt, and I'll read a little bit about Sutong. I also want to invite Bruce Espinoza, who works in customer technical services as well. Bruce works on the PW4000 family program. And then the third finalist is actually up on the head table. The third finalist is Ken Rawolle, who's the general manager of the V2500 program. So let me read a little bit about each candidate. If you come right up here, Sutong. Bruce. So first I'll start with Sutong Cho. So Sutong was nominated.
Ed, can we get him on the stage? Can we get him up?
If you want to come up here, that's fine. Yeah. Come on up. Come on over, Ken. Okay, so I'll start with Sutong. So Sutong was nominated by Pratt & Whitney's Lufthansa EIS team. Sutong began his Pratt & Whitney career working in West Palm Beach, Florida as an advanced nozzle design, as part of the advanced nozzle design team. Over the years, he became a field service representative working with the operational commercial engines products line with multiple global airlines in the US, Japan, and Germany. Today, he is supporting the first EIS of the next generation technology A320 neo at Lufthansa, as well as supporting the sizable V25 fleet at Lufthansa. And here's a quote. Sutong has performed a critical role through the entry into service of the GTF at Lufthansa, in simultaneously being the face of Pratt & Whitney to Lufthansa and an effective conduit for Lufthansa back to Pratt & Whitney, said Matt Stoner, Executive Director, Entry into Service. Sutong is directly responsible for providing ground support for Lufthansa's sizable B-25 fleet and has done an outstanding job. I'll move on to Bruce Espinoza. So again, Bruce works in the Customer Technical Services group supporting the PW4000 family. Bruce was nominated by Paige Suktaki, thank you, from United Airlines, and Pratt & Whitney Field Support Representatives Marco Deanda, Taizo Itai, and David Gibbons. Bruce began working with Pratt & Whitney in 1983 in the project material control as a material analyst, supporting procurement of development engine hardware. Today, Bruce provides customer technical support for all PW4000 high turbine models. David Gibbons said, so David's our field rep in San Francisco, Bruce has been the single most valuable Pratt & Whitney technical contributor to United Airlines over the past 12 months. United particularly appreciated his extensive and thoughtful responses that clearly took their perspective and operation into consideration, and that provided general guidance and help to United Airlines. So great feedback from United. Third finalist is Ken Rawolle. So Ken, as you know, he's the Customer Technical Services Manager in the V2500. Ken was nominated by Andrew Perkins and George Bolio from American Airlines, and also Zhang Xin from the SCAL Engine Management Center. So a little bit about Ken. So Ken has been with Pratt & Whitney for more than 36 years. He started as a mechanic in the Middletown production and Southington overhaul facilities. Ken joined the Customer Technical Services team in 1992 and was in Toulouse, France on a temporary assignment to develop, write, and validate the troubleshooting manual for the PW4168 engine during the A330 flight test. Today, Ken leads a highly skilled technical service team who supports over 6,000 V2500 engines in 130 customers worldwide. So, before we announce, I think we should all give all three finalists a round of applause. Okay, is there a drum roll? All right. Again, without further ado, the winner of the Chamberlain Award, 18th annual, is Ken Rawolle.
Ed, can you move over to the center of the stage?
So typically what we do, and I'm not sure if the winner wants to say a few words, but the mic is yours if you do.
Okay. I'm never short on words, so I have to say something. So I'd like to say today that I'm honored to receive this prestigious award. And really happy. My colleagues here, well-deserved. They do a great job also, so thank you guys. My personal thanks to American Airlines, Andrew Perkins, George, and our friend from China Southern. Over the years, I've had the privilege of working with many talented and innovative people. And every day, we work to solve complicated issues. It is our customers, however, that have to go implement those solutions. We always have to take time to learn from our customers. After all, they know these engines better than we do. Their technical advice is always practical, logical, and achievable. And as such, we need to engage them whenever possible and try to put ourselves in their shoes, because that's where it's really happening. We also need to communicate in a way such that we set proper expectations and that we're honest and realistic. If we follow this thought process, the result is a win-win, not only for us, but for the aviation industry. I'm going to close by saying, I'm Ken Rawolle, and I approve this message.